in progress.
Welcome to yet another edition of POS, the podcast where we find the pieces of shit in things that no one really cares about. With me, as always, is the wonderful Bobby Tamburo. Before we get to Bobby, I'm going to try something different. Doing plugs at the end, all you guys don't watch. So join the Patreon. It'd be nice. We have a bunch of episodes there. You get episodes before anyone else does, bonus episodes. Support the show so we can keep doing things like weird prism lasers. Don't you like weird prism lasers? Yeah, of course you do. That's not free. That costs $3 at least. So you give us $3 a month. You get bonus content. You get fun things. So please join the Patreon, the POS Podcast Patreon. Now, Bobby, tell us who's here, like in case no one knows.
Hey. Our guest this episode is joining us. He just got back from Texas. And I know two things in Texas. Steers and something else. And I don't see any horns on him. But joining us is Dave Hintz.
What's the other thing you know?
Hispanics.
Oh, I thought it was racism.
No, that's what the steers means.
Dave rode a steer.
I did. I rode I got a picture on a cow.
That doesn't help the second thing.
Why isn't that your background?
Hispanic? What?
You ever ridden a Hispanic? Dave, you definitely ridden a Hispanic. You were a dancer.
That's true. Yes, that is true. They're like the Latin ladies.
Hispanic or Latino? What's the difference?
Dios mío, es gringo bandero.
That is an excellent question. The difference between a Hispanic and a Latina?
I would think Latino are from Latin America and Hispanic is Spanish.
Anyone speaking Spanish is Hispanic. Latinx is from...
So if I speak Spanish, I'm Hispanic?
Yes.
If you're native to a Spanish-speaking country.
Oh, like Waterbury, Connecticut?
Man, I missed this. I've been going a while.
Yes.
You know what's great about that joke, Dave?
What?
You can find a Waterbury, Connecticut in every country.
You basically every state.
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah.
point.
That's why and this is a deep stupid thing of knowledge I have for no reason. That's why in Happy Gilmore he's from Waterbury. Kind of like in The Simpsons when they had Springfield. There's a bunch of those in each place. You can't always tell where they're from.
Huh. I did not know that. He's from Waterbury and Happy Gilmore?
Yeah, but they don't say Connecticut. It just it
Right,
could be
yeah,
Waterbury.
I never caught where he's from.
Yeah.
It's definitely not Connecticut.
It's the Waterbury Open is the first thing he plays in.
Huh.
When Shooter shows up to do celebrity stuff.
Do we have a Waterbury Open?
No.
Well, yeah, we have golf in Waterbury, and I'm sure it's been
I
open.
can't believe that Waterbury, Connecticut didn't capitalize on that and they don't do like the Happy Gilmore Classic. That's fucking dumb. What is that? Is that Happy Gilmore? That's awesome.
Where's his mouth?
It's inside Chubbs.
Chubbs has a mouth. Happy doesn't have a mouth. That's weird.
It's all in the hips.
Listen twice as much.
He
as
has
you
a
talk.
mouth. Oh wait, no, it's just the nose. I can't.
The love interest in Happy Gilmore was the mom in Modern Family.
Yes. And she was also in another thing where a guy was like a spy or something.
She was in Thank You for Smoking, and I think that's the best she's ever looked.
And all the women that he dated in movies, all names started with a V, I think.
Veronica Vaughn.
Oh, really?
Veronica Vaughn's from Billy Madison.
I speak because I know. No, you don't.
I know some things, but not good things. But you're back from Texas.
Yep.
Now what are you doing?
Now I'm back to doing the same stuff I was doing before I left. Driving you to comedy and getting on stage when I do.
Now he's quite literally back in the closet.
Yep.
Where you belong. No one needs you out there banging dudes. We need you in there just thinking about it.
That's right.
I want to bring up something. I think I learned something about myself, and I think before we start the show, I'd like to share this.
All right.
I'll be saying no.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I thought
don't
the
bring it
POS
up. Not
was
on your
all
show.
about-
No prep allowed. Nope, not allowed to bring it up. Dave, what do you got?
I was also doing introspection, so I guess I can't. I'm not allowed to talk.
Well, balls back to you, Pat.
Nope. No, it's all yours, Pat.
No, I think I learned something about myself last night. I think this has always been there, but I had a revelation.
What time at night? Before I know if I want to hear the story.
Mic.
Okay, good.
Yes. And I was chatting with people, just comics, people like that, whatever. And one of the people I was chatting with happened to be a female comic who happens to be Jewish. And before you both roll your eyes, no, it's not going to go anywhere you think it's going to go.
Just two negatives don't cancel out in real life. Go on.
He was just chatting away, and I was just listening. But then when I would speak with other comedians, I'd be chatting away, and they'd be kind of listening. Like Dave knows being in the car with me, as Bobby knows being in the car with me. Like most of my life, I feel like I always have to carry the conversation. And it always feels like, even though I don't have to, other people will, I feel like I don't trust the other person to do as well as I think I'm going to do. It's a selfish, dumb thing I have in my head. But when I was talking to this one woman, and I started thinking about how I had no problem sitting back, I was like, oh, I'm really attracted to Jewish women because they talk more than me, and it makes me feel safe. Because I've been in 2 relationships with Jewish women, and even though it didn't go that long, I was very happy in the moment in the relationships because I could just go because they could yap more than I could. And I thought that was a big thing because most men want a woman to be quiet. And I'm like, no, I want a Jewish woman to talk all the time so I can take a break.
I'm very happy you learned that
Bobby.
about yourself. That's a great step. And it's sweet that you feel safe around Jewish women, because I can assure you Jewish women do not feel safe around you with that
They
haircut.
very much so do. Why would they be talking to me the whole time?
Because they want to see what you're up to. So you got any relatives?
Well, you guys wouldn't know about this because I'm actually a comedian. So when they speak to me, they do it because they have like questions about things, not just worried if like gay thing or tiny thing wants to fuck them. So yeah, they feel safe. Anyway, you win.
Well, I get why Jewish women don't feel safe around me.
Yeah, because you look.
Hitler's
Yeah,
wet
I
dream.
get it. And then I usually lead with no, I'm not on that team.
No,
Hensler.
I'm not on that team.
Like it's fine. It's gonna be fine.
You can't do it like that. David Hintz. What would a mind conf for yours?
Today we're going to learn a new step called the goose step. Did you say
I don't think it's just a Jewish woman thing. I am attracted to Jewish women normally. I just find them very attractive. But I think it's more of I want people that are attracted to me usually are because if they see me on stage or whatever, and I'm somebody that talks a lot or takes over and shit like that, which I don't want to be all the time. And not that I was attracted to this woman, she's just a comic and she was cool, but it was just like I really, really enjoyed banter with someone who could take over. And there was times where I didn't even talk, and I'm like, this is the best.
Pat, I gotta ask you a question now. Because you said one of the things you said about being attracted to when you said Jewish women, I started cycling through like, okay, I'm really attracted to Hispanic women. And I started thinking like Hispanic women, Asian
You're like,
women.
what's the difference between Hispanic and Latinx?
Yes. No, I was like,
no.
so my question is, like,
Wait, hold
I
on.
couldn't come up with
Stop.
What?
Bobby, did you just fucking do what I think you just did?
What'd you do?
Did you really go Latinx?
I couldn't remember what I was supposed
You
to
said
follow.
Latinx.
I was just going to say Latin, and I know that's not
It's
right.
Latino. They'll be okay. They steal everything. Go ahead.
Actually, most of
Latinx is who Dave has.
I know.
Latinx is
He's dated them. Now they're his exes.
No más
I
salsa.
prefer Latin triple X.
All right, Dave, continue your thing on women.
So my question was, like, I can't come up with a caricature. Like, I can't think of what a Jewish woman looks like. Describe for me what Jewish women like. I think.
Okay, I think the most popular answer would be a young Barbara Streisand.
I'll pull up a picture.
Little less nose,
Okay.
but I have no problem with a big nose. I mean, but those kind of features.
All I can think of is the nose.
What's her name from Sex and the City?
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
She's Jewish.
Yes.
Huh. Okay.
That kind of look. It can also be a mild Italian. It's the same kind of look. No, Bobby. I like them a little older. Get me old Frank.
Give me a second.
Do not put the I think you're going to put on here. He will kill you.
No. I was gonna I was gonna go to an AI bot and be like, Anne Frank today if she had made it.
Yeah, Anne Frank, 25 years old. Let's see what that's looking like.
Give me a sec, Dave. Carry the pod.
Yeah, okay.
I can also do it.
Yeah.
No, not on your show, Pat. It's Dave's time to shine.
But no, Dave.
The other famous Jewish woman, like there's an actress who I think
Sarah Silverman.
Okay.
Very attracted to Sarah Silverman. That kind of look, but also it's not just the look; it's also the personality.
Well, I'm strictly going looks because if you say,
no, but I'm telling you,
I'm
attracted to both. It has to be both.
That's okay. Yeah, I get it. You've got a soul. I like.
No. I just really mean I'm really at the point where conversation is very fucking important.
Yeah. Whatever.
Not a soul. It's just.
That's
I don't
not my
like empty thoughts.
That's not my question, though. My question is
my whole
strictly
thing.
look. Is strictly look. Like describe the Jewish woman.
And I just gave you 3.
Yeah, but like
attractive.
So all I got from that. Honestly, Sarah Silverman is the only one that doesn't have the nose. All the other girls. I
don't need the nose.
I know, but I like Sarah Silverman really threw me for a curve. So like I was zeroing in on what I think. Okay, here's what if you say Jewish woman, what's going to come up in my brain, and then you threw Sarah Silverman.
But I'm not even talking about the attractiveness part. Yes, they don't all look the same. That it's human beings. Not every Jewish woman looks the same. Not every Italian woman looks the same. Not every black woman looks the same. Most Asian women look the same, but like the rest don't. But what I'm saying is it's more of the makeup. Like when John Mulaney tells that joke when he was so happy when he married to a Jewish woman because she would take over and he wouldn't have to like you complain about things because she could do it. What is that?
Anne Frank, 25
she have an eye
years
patch?
old.
I don't have my glasses.
Yeah, can you make that bigger?
I'm trying.
What happened to her head?
What happened to her mouth?
It's an AI bot. They're not good at mouths.
No, that looks like Hitler's face.
No. You want to
They do that? They can't do that.
It generated 2. You want to see one more?
It looks like Groucho Marx had a kid.
Whoa, why is she sexy?
Wow. Yeah, I'd be all over that. I'd storm an attic for that.
That is not what I like. Also, she didn't talk. She wrote. I like a chatterbox.
Did you AI sexy Anne Frank?
Nope.
Did you put Anne Spank?
No, but I am now. This is the AI art episode again.
First of all, I don't like how Dave made this right away about See, Dave, this is why you're a creep. Like, it wasn't about the looks. It was about the personality, and I like the personality of a Jewish woman.
I'm not saying anything about the personality. I went specific. Yes, I specifically went to look, and I told you why. Because I have the. You say.
But they all look different.
Well, but if you say Hispanic woman, you're like, oh, okay. So you like.
No, there's all different
curves. I know, but if you say Hispanic woman, the image that gets put in most people's brains is, you like caramel color skin, you like curves, you like dark hair.
Yeah, I don't think curves.
Then you're talking about
like South American.
You're talking about
Puerto Rican women usually aren't all curvy. They're
curvy.
We're gonna have to do some
they're
editing.
heavy.
If this is going on YouTube because something just came up by accident that was really bad.
Oh, what happened?
Did we show it at all?
Oh yeah, we showed it.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either. Can you put it back up?
No.
Oh,
what is it? How bad? Just hint.
Was it naked Anne Frank?
You nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's legal age Dan Frank. It's not real.
No. I just meant bad as in it had Anne Frank with bare titties on it. Like we
bare
gotta censor it for
titties,
you.
like an animal.
No, that'd be fun though.
The bear Jew?
So how big did they make her rack?
What happened to my sharing of my feelings? It became Anne Frank. How did Anne Frank's tits fucking take over me having a discovery about how I just need someone I can chat with while I get old?
You know who else had a rant like this? Hitler. How did my idea become about Anne Frank's tits?
I'm just trying to meet someone nice, and then this lady writes a book.
This whole time it was like, no. I said they're not my favorite. I didn't say round them all up.
He's just like, they talk too much.
Round them all up so I can speed date them.
Plenty. This isn't supposed to be an attack on anyone. I don't know how this happened. That's not Bobby is a terrible person.
How the AI made it, not me.
No,
and
no.
This
The
is what
first
I've
thing
been
you
saying
put
for a
was Anne
long
Frank.
time.
Screw you. You wrote Anne Frank.
Oh yeah, good point. Good point. All right, that one's on me. That one's on me.
Yeah.
Pat, I think it's interesting that you found that out about yourself. Like, I don't know if I could analyze myself on that level, or like take the time to think why I like things or why I don't. I just kind of. It's interesting that you are at a stage in life where you're like, why does this make me happy? Not just, oh, this person makes me happy. You're like,
Because it wasn't the person that made me happy. It was the situation.
That makes sense, though.
It'd be different if I knew this person well. I didn't really know them, but I just gravitated to them talking nonstop. And other comics were like, this person's talking nonstop. This is terrible.
Did you
like,
like,
this
I like
is great.
See,
Do you
I
just
feel,
hate silence, Pat?
No, I like
But
when
he
I'm
hates
alone
Simon
in the
and
house.
Garfunkel.
I love
Yeah,
silence.
right?
No, I love silence alone. But if I'm going to be around someone, I don't like when two people are silent the whole time.
I fucking love awkward
I
silence.
don't.
It's
Well,
my
it's
favorite.
not. It wouldn't be awkward to me because then I would just fill it with jokes or whatever. I just think if people are going to be around each other and be friendly, I like to learn things in chatter. And Jewish women will share everything. I don't want just chat. Italian women will just complain. There's a difference. I don't like them. They're terrible. But if you haven't seen, since I recorded the album, all I've been doing is a whole thing on how much
Shitting on Italians?
terrible. Oh, I have like a 10-minute bit now. I've just been going to mics and doing it.
That's great.
Last night I just did crowd work and it was pretty bananas at the coffee place I was at. But like, there's some things I got into. But like, I've just been having fun with it. We're joking around. But seriously, it wasn't even about the person. The person was just some comic.
Right.
It was just about how, and I started thinking about other times I've had conversation with people that I wasn't even like dating. I just mean like in general. But I do think, if I started looking for people I want to date again, I think I would lean towards a Jewish woman around my age. I think I dated younger women from other walks of life before because they don't shut up. And I think I like that loudness, but they weren't really saying things I connected with, but they did talk and they were loud and they were doing stuff. And I think I'm finding out that's why I wasn't going for them because they were young. I was going for them because they still had shit to say.
I would like to.
Pat's got the matzah fever.
I'd like to date.
Is that what it's called?
No, but I thought that was hilarious.
You've got matzah fever. She's got matzah fever.
Why wouldn't it be Jew
matzah
flu?
fever? I'm verklempt.
You're not allowed to name things after races like that. It gets racist.
I want a woman who
Matzah's
knows.
not a race.
No, I was talking
It
to
is?
Dave.
It's a
That's
ball.
why you can't call it the Jew flu.
Okay.
I brought my girlfriend to the matzah ball. Then we went to the
We
Hebrew
danced, we
Ha-Ha,
kaput.
the comedy club. You know, my favorite movie, Jumanji.
That's a good one. I was shaking my head at Dave's comment, and we dance, because they don't. The men dance with the men, and the women dance with the women.
They dance the chair thing up and down. Up
Not
and
the-
Favorite rapper,
Not the real ones.
Dr. Dreidel.
Lil Dicky. I'm hip.
Ah,
I'm
come
down.
on, Dr. Dreidel is good.
Look, Dr.
My
Dreidel was
favorite-
great. He's like, boy, babe, though.
Dr.
I'm
Dreidel.
really like Lil Dicky. I'm down with the Ute.
And Whoop Dog.
My favorite movie is Menorah Team Report.
Oh my God. You couldn't even get the word. Menorah Team Report.
Oh yeah.
My favorite cookie is Menorios.
I ain't no holla back girl.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, he was okay, just not that big a deal.
It's just the Holocaust of living,
Oh, ow.
which is the opposite of what they do there. I like how this became now I'm the bad guy, but Bobby started all of this.
And that got out of hand quickly.
All right, I'll take back the bad man.
With Bobby's AI.
AI, I prefer oy vey.
Oy vey, aye.
Now I'll make myself the bad guy. I also have been interested in Jewish chicks lately, as well as like Muslim chicks, but it's more just winning one back for Jesus.
You got to get closer to the mic because I know you were offensive, but it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
good.
Let me try that again.
Yeah.
So lately, I've also been into dating Jewish chicks and also Muslim chicks as well, but it's not because I like them talking. It's because I want to win one back for Jesus.
Oh, I was hoping I heard you wrong.
Yeah, Bobby, that's the most dangerous threesome ever.
The Father, Son, and the body
Turns out
ghost.
the key to peace in the Middle East is my dick. That's what's missing.
And that's why there'll never be peace. Because everyone's like, I'd rather just be mad.
Do you have a Brazilian? No, I got a Gaza Strip.
And as we all know, I can't fuck you unless I love you. And who could love those people? God doesn't. Look at what their lives are.
How can they
Wow.
be mad? The last name
Wow.
is Stein. Alan Stein.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Isn't
good.
that crazy? No one started that till I just said that. Ben Stein is pal. Pal and Stein. I'm just keeping it Israel real. I can do it. God damn it.
I'm glad even you were like, there's a limit.
Yeah.
How's that?
Nice.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
way better.
Trying to be comfortable.
Unlike Anne Frank loud
No,
and
don't do
clear.
that.
No, she was too loud. That was the problem.
I was just happy I discovered something about me, and you guys are all
No, I was trying to explain why I think that's really cool. Because, like, if I had that experience, I wouldn't go, oh, there's something about this person I like. I'd go, I love you. And I'm not saying I would think that. I would say it to them.
Oh, I didn't love this person. This is this
Right.
person's just a comedian who I think is married with children. It wasn't even a thought of that. It was just the excitement of, wow, I'm not carrying. Because most people, especially females I meet, are like, yeah, you're the one who chats and does things, your radio and comedy and everything. So just take it. And I was like, I like leaning back. I like someone fighting me for the talk. Like in podcasts, you don't want to talk it over. I like that almost in the
In life.
conversation.
Yeah. That makes sense.
When you said the comedian is married with kids, I was like, oh shit, I was thinking of the wrong girl, which means that there's a girl out there I think looks very Jewish. I don't know if she is.
Oh, I don't. You don't go to this. These people aren't like.
These
This person
people?
I'm speaking of is just a comic that's newer. I don't think you know this person.
There,
I don't know. Now I don't know who you're speaking of.
there could also be more than one Jewish comedian in Connecticut.
No. We have rules and standards, Bobby.
I mean, I had to drive through a lot of it. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, Dave doesn't know. Dave doesn't go to mics or do anything. He
Why
just
would
comes
he?
with me to shows.
Look at how great he is.
Aw,
He is great. I wish he'd be greater.
What kind of mic is
What-
that, Dave?
that's a Shure mic.
Dave's got to learn how to be me
Like
soon.
XR
He's,
something or other.
he's being fill-in Pat Oates on a show.
Oh, that's right. I got to talk to people and people.
No, and I know you're not as good as me, so I gave you a headliner.
I appreciate it. Who was that kid? Do you remember? Who was that comic kid, redhead kid who did like
Carrot Top.
the most spot on imitation of you, Pat? Do you remember? He used to show up at Jokers.
Oh, the kid? Scott McDonald?
Scott McDonald.
Not
Well, he was a kid
He's
back.
like an old ass man.
Well, he is now, but he was a kid like
He was not.
14
He just,
years ago when that was
I
happening.
guess he just seemed dumb. Scotty McDing Dong, as we called him.
Yeah, Scotty McDing Dong. He
I
did.
hate everything you give a nickname in Connecticut. You guys are not good at it. I'm gonna next congressional hearing. I'm gonna motion that we don't allow Connecticut to give.
Dave, you were away. Bobby
What
was
happened?
Bobby was doing shows with me, and I said, "Do you want to stop at a Cumbies?"
And I
he's
said,
like,
no.
"What is that?" And it's in Cumberland Farms. He's like, "What? No, but why?" And he's very upset at Cumbies being the nickname.
What do you call it, Bobby?
They don't have them.
They don't have Cumbies?
Yeah, we go to real gas stations like Sheetz or Wawa.
Yeah,
Dude.
you just said baby talk, you dummy.
Yeah,
I-
at least it doesn't sound like I'm getting a jizz-filled nutsack.
Why would it be a nutsack? Just a
Yeah.
bee with jizz. That's
Yeah,
what
and
they
if
do.
it's
That's
an-
how you make flowers, right?
That's fucking stupid, Bobby. If it's
Isn't
a
that the
nutsack,
rules?
it's filled with jizz as a given. That doesn't make any sense.
Filled with someone else's jizz, which makes it weird.
It's just a fun name, like Dunks.
That's also not a fun name.
You call it dunks?
No, I've heard people call it Dunks
I've never heard anyone call
or
it dunks.
Donkeys.
that has not officially been brought up at the meeting because we have not agreed on that.
I can assure you I've never heard
the meeting you're
anybody
at is
call it
also
dumps
not
twice.
agreed on.
We do bring up lots of other things to call things, but
Yeah.
I haven't heard dunks.
Well, if they're not going to come up with a better word than the N one, then there's no point.
Why even use words?
Why do words
wow.
suddenly appear? I say them, I'm in fear. Just like me, they want to be not a Jew. That's Dave's song, by the way, not mine. All right, that's it. I shared. I'm done.
I had a self-realization situation as well. And I was
What's
proud
I
of
had another
myself.
one too. When you're done, I got another one.
Oh, well, you have it first.
This one I think is going to become a premise for a joke, but I said it because I listened to 5 comics in a row at an open mic on Monday talk about 2 things.
5 in a row,
One,
that's brutal.
a lot of them, every comic had the same 2 thoughts. Like one, every guy has gay thought. It was like the same. I'm like, why are they all having the same gay thought? The other one was like,
We did this
No,
Monday on
I-
our podcast.
you know, you know the new thing now, right? That all open mic comics are doing, where they're just like, oh, you know, it's like I could date a transsexual woman because it's the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? They have boobs, but also they can watch sports or whatever dumb thing they think, which is dumb. And I was just thinking about it. I wrote it down. And I didn't have anything else besides the premise. And I'm like, and this was like kind of deep. Someone's like, dude, that's fucking real. I go, I couldn't date a transsexual person. And the only reason is because if they're that focused on who they are, I'm afraid about them being that focused on who I am. Like, if you could sit there and think so hard about yourself that you know that you're the wrong gender, holy shit, you're gonna pick my day apart.
That's great. I like that a lot.
But I don't think I should go much further than that, because then it just can become, you know.
And I've
bashing or
had
whatever.
experience dating people with mental illness before.
No, I myself.
It's going to hit you guys eventually how offensive that was. But here's what I learned about myself.
What'd you learn?
Not.
So I had a friend hit me up when I was in Toronto and was like, hey, I'm in Hummelstown. You want to hang out? And that's our local town in PA. And thankfully I wasn't, because this is the friend you hang out with once every 2 years, because it never goes as
Hot Dog
planned.
Town?
Yeah.
Hummelstown?
That's delicious.
Is that where the Hummels are from?
I don't
No, they're from Connecticut, dude.
fuck if I know.
Hummel Brothers are Connecticut.
It's the second happiest place to live in America, though.
Dave has wiener knowledge.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was the first time I knew the media lied. My parents were like, we're moving to the second happiest place in the United States. And we got there and I was like, yep, people can lie.
This isn't Palm Springs.
This place sucks. I'm guessing they didn't ask any black people.
Your friend wanted to hang, but you
yeah,
weren't
yeah,
there.
so I wasn't. But it was a good thing because it never goes as planned. You usually end up like spending way more money on him than you anticipated. And he got his life on track. He got an associate's degree, and now he works for the Democratic Party of Pennsylvania.
Nice.
It's just like, yes, it is nice,
DPP.
but I don't want to talk about politics. Also, I have a bachelor's, so if I'm the expert. You know, just throwing that out there. Flash forward a couple weeks later, I tweet something stupid about music. I'm like, do you guys ever notice if in the song Midnight Train to Georgia, she's like, I love the man so much I went with him. And it's like, you didn't really love him, or you would have made him stay and pursue his dream. You loved a guy who was going to settle with you. Like, that's not pursuing a dream. That's corrupting his dream. Bitches.
I don't know if
dream.
that's the message they were giving out, but I can see where a lonely man would think that.
But the point being, so a friend from high school, like when I first moved to PA, she was one of my first friends, and like never any chemistry there other than just like friends. Commented and was like, geez, that's a little harsh. I was like, well, any bitch is gender neutral. Like anybody can be a bitch in a relationship. It's the person corrupting the other one's dreams. And she was like, nope, too late. And so I looked at her post and was like, oh shit, she's been tweeting depressed shit. So I said, and I quote, hey homie, just to make it clear, this isn't me like trying to slide in. Like, you doing okay? And a couple go back and forth, and she's like, yeah, actually things are going well. I'm positive. lot of changes, though.
HIV.
Yeah.
A lot of changes, though, which could have been where she was going with that statement, right? But no. It turns out, she's like, I got a new boyfriend. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she sends me a picture of those two together and was like, we got to hang out the next time you're in Hummelstown.
Oh.
And it's like, one of three things is going to happen. One is they're going to try to convince me to join some pyramid scheme.
No.
Option 2 is they're Project Veritasing me, but for the Democratic Party. And it's like, dude, I remember when you were a rapper. You know how many times I've heard you say the N-word? But the third thing, and this is what I think is real, is their relationship's already gotten to the point where they don't want to hang out with each other alone anymore. Like, they need a distraction, and they're just going through their mutual friends like, oh, shit, we haven't seen Bobby in a while. And I just don't want to deal with that.
It could be a fourth option. It could be she's like, I gotta let this fucker know I have a boyfriend. He's creepy.
No.
Yeah, but she already did that in the text.
She was steering.
Yeah, but he still kept, I'm not sliding in, homie. Which is fucking very much white knighting. No, I'm just a friend. Here's my finger.
Okay, I don't want to give too many details away, but like several times in our friendship, I've swooped in when she was depressed and been like, hey, you okay? Like, here, let's send you M&Ms that say cheer up or something stupid. Like,
It's that guy, that
No,
uncle who's
it's
just
not.
like, wait till your 15th birthday.
Oh man, I've been woof. I've been the other
You've been
man.
that uncle?
Not that uncle yet. But I've been the other man so many times. Bobby, rookie move, man. Rookie move.
what's the rookie move?
And just showing comfort.
Well, if she had a boyfriend when I did a move like that, I would hit him up first and be like, hey,
A
you want to
rookie
send
move
some...
is being a scary. No,
Yeah.
let's get back to Dave's problems.
Just
I'm
the
kidding
worst.
with Bobby. He's probably right. They probably just want him to be the Democratic Party. But what I'm saying is, Dave, you think a rookie move is having feelings?
Yeah. That's you never get emotionally involved. It's with any endeavor.
But then how do you be a friend?
You don't.
No, you don't. Thank you. Now you're starting to get it.
What are we
Keep your
doing?
pimp hand strong.
Yes.
You know
You
who
need
else
to-
messaged you when you were in
Pat, you
Toronto,
gotta be
Bobby?
an alpha male. You got.
You know who else?
You can't show any sign of weakness. Sign up
Do you know
for
who else
Hints.com.
messaged you when you were in Toronto, Bobby?
You did. You did, and I told you how much it meant to
friend
me.
wanted to make sure you were okay, and I wasn't trying to swoop in and make you a Democrat.
You know what I didn't do? You'd be like, hey, here's my new girlfriend, and send a picture of somebody you knew and set you up.
That'd be cool. Would have been nice. You sent me that picture of Anne Frank on the AI thing. You're like, here you go.
Yo, you trying to see Anne Frank? Let's take a look.
Let's see her again. That was a good
But her
picture.
like 50.
No, not 50. All Jewish women in their 50s look the
She
same.
looks-
She looks.
It
She
looks
looks like
like
she
one of
needs
the Beatles, kind of like early, like when they had the long hair period.
That's like awkward teenage. She needs to grow into her body stage. It's the in
You can't
between.
even see her body. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and judging by her neck, it's lanky and awkward.
That was 25.
Oh wow, that's unfortunate. That's her peak.
Well, it's not real. And her peak was what? When did she die?
Well, then,
First of all, that's why she got killed. She peaked.
She doesn't.
Get back in there. Your problem was peaking, lady. Just stay hidden. Game over yet? Oh. Should we do a POS story? Because I don't know where we're going with this episode.
I feel like we've been showing everybody who the pieces of shit are.
It's us. What we got? Something good. Oh, okay. Do you got? Okay, I'll give you a
can
choice.
I just share one thing that I think you'll
Yeah,
love
you
real
share
quick?
whatever you want, whatever your heart desires.
So
friend.
I've been messaging my lady friend, and she was like, "What's your favorite song?" And Pat will see how well you know me. What's my answer?
It's that Harry Chapin Bananas song.
Close. Harry Chapin sequel. And her response was, "All right, pretend you're not a faggot."
Yeah. You know what? Give her my number. I like her.
Wait, which Harry Chapin are we talking about?
It doesn't matter. He's not an 80-year-old wise man. He's a
What are you talking
little
about? The one
guy
that-
who should be liking better stuff.
The Harry Chapin song where he's the taxi driver who picks up his old
Don't you
flame.
dare, I'll fucking kill the two of you.
What's the name of that song?
That's Taxi.
Oh,
And then
that's a great
sequel
song.
is
What's the name of the Taxi song? You fucking idiot. Taxi.
Did you say it's Taxi? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking
And-
Taxi.
and
I didn't know that.
And then
You
in
really wanna
sequel-
talk-
Have you heard Sequel?
No, I have not heard
Dude,
sequel.
I didn't hear Sequel until like 10 years of hearing Taxi. He goes back 10 years later. He's famous now, right?
You're
he gets to
kidding.
town. Yeah, you got to look this up. I'm not going to ruin
Oh,
it for
hell
you.
yeah. Okay.
Pat, that screwed up everything. We need you back. The recording's getting screwed up, Pat. We're not going to do Harry Chapin anymore. Nope, now it's still screwed up.
Yeah, well,
That's
let's move
what
on.
you do it all the time.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Gordon Lightfoot.
Okay.
The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yes, one of my favorite
God.
songs because it immortalized people for not doing their job. If you're
Yes!
a sailor, your only thing
Oh my
is
God.
don't let the ship sink and do a little research. And they didn't do any research and let the ship sink, and they've been immortalized in song.
Well, I think it's worse that they didn't die at sea like a bunch of thugs. They died in a lake. That's just embarrassing.
Not even one of the cool lakes. Sure, it was one of the great ones, but not one of the great lakes. You know what I mean?
Which one was it?
Huron. Because the gale of November came calling. Oh boy, sundown. We better take care. Pat finds us creeping around his back stairs, huh? All right, Yusuf Islam.
Oh, sorry, man. But Pat, if you could read my mind, what a tale that book would.
Oh, I feel like we're getting Pat angry. Let's all hop on the peace train.
We already have so few people that listen. And then you just nerd it out, you two dorks. Every time I try to bring new people over, like, we like it better when you say real things and not talk about dorks at back stairs taking care.
Feels like we always end up here, doesn't it, Pat? Almost
Yeah,
like all.
it seems like you take every show to Harry Chapin.
sunrise and
There's
sundown.
no other podcast. There are probably podcasts focused on the life of Harry Chapin that talk less about Harry Chapin than we do. We are like the #1 Harry Chapin podcast, and I have no freaking idea why. But we
died
are.
30
We're
years
the
before
#1
I was born.
Harry Chapin podcast.
Are you, seriously, you're proposing that I am in
Do you want to do a podcast about that?
about Harry Chapin?
Yeah. Was it really a better place to be?
I mean, you will crush me on the knowledge, but I'll fan out about it. Yeah.
Anyway, Pat, you had a POS story you wanted to share?
Go ahead. Do some more Chapin talk.
Okay. So in WOLD, what do you think our real husband did for a living?
All right, Dave, do this show that's going to be great.
Oh, God.
I'm going to go find a Jewish woman to talk to. You guys I'm going to go on
Check the attic.
J-Date and figure some shit out.
Look in the attic, Pat. They tend to be there.
I'm so hot, it's a burden. I'd rather hang with my dog than have tons of sex.
Ooh.
With great hotness comes great responsibility.
Okay.
A male model
Back to Harry
claims he's
Chapin
so
after that
good
line.
looking that his inbox is cluttered with women wanting to sleep with him, but he'd rather hang out with his dog. Marco Donatelli, of course he's Italian, 22, claims women are constantly throwing themselves at him, but he just doesn't have the time to date. Some weeks I get inundated with messages from women wanting to have sex with me or go on dates, said the model. In fact, Donatelli, who has his own clothing line, said that he really only wants to spend time with his golden doodle Giuseppe.
Jesus.
The Ohio native likened himself to a young Leonardo DiCaprio and said his mom is his biggest fan, saying that he has a face people want to look at. I know I'm really good looking, said Donatelli. My best attribute would probably be my smile, as well as my combination of curly hair and blue eyes.
And I'm real
Really
sick
works.
with a bow staff.
It really works. Oh, there's several pictures of him shirtless, which are not fit. Now he's like his crotch. What the fuck? Get back to this. And obviously, my overwhelming frame. I'm 6'3", weigh 215 pounds of mostly muscle. According to Donatelli, he turned to modeling when a TikTok of his went viral, and he started collaborating with other famous social media people. One of my buddies got into modeling, explained the hunk. We got started together. We took pictures of me. I took pictures of him. And we started building a massive following, continued the model. The model boldly stated that he always knew he was slated for great things. I remember having a dream as a child where I just knew I'd change the world and make people smile, and telling my dad about it, who asked me what I would do. Recalled Donatelli, I had no idea. I just knew it would happen. Model continued by saying that he always knew I'd be in the limelight in some way. What kind of girl does Donatelli like? I'd like a family girl, but she also has to be an organized woman. She would have to be studying, have a degree, or a good job. That's important. Looks-wise, I'm attracted to brunettes rather than blondes. They have to have a good family and support system because I don't have much of a family left myself. In short, Donatelli wants a woman who will bring something to the table. Who's the piece of shit in this story?
I got to be honest, he sounds like the total package because he's talking about all his great attributes and he's a self-starter, him and his friend, and then he brings it home with the family. Like, wow.
But he didn't bring it home with the family because in the middle of this, he talked about how he told his dad all these things, and at the end goes, I got nothing. he said his mom was great, his dad, he mentions them both early, and then says, I don't have much of family.
Yeah, he pulls on your heartstrings. It does.
Is it him? Is it women that date him? Is it his friend for not just saying, hey, man, I'm gay? That's why we were taking these photos. This wasn't supposed to go big. What the fuck? Or, more importantly, and Bobby and I have gotten away from this in POS for a while, but we're going back to it because this is the overwhelming theme for a while. Is it author Jack Hobbs? Because how the fuck is this news? This is the most least of news we've ever done. The New York Post. How is this news? Handsome man has handsome problems. News. Who's the piece of shit? Dave, you kind of already said it.
No slash. Man is too handsome.
Man is too handsome. Women need to have jobs. News 11. Bring something to the table because I'm bringing this handsome.
Look, I come home from a hard day of modeling. Like I've been showing my abs for 2-3 hours.
Don't you Vinny Barbarino this man's voice.
Mr. Carter, I got a note. All I'm saying is my woman, she better be able to bring as much to the table as I'm bringing with these massive pecs.
Okay, when you're done, who's the piece of shit?
Can we see this guy? It really depends on like if he.
Bobby, I just sent you a photo of handsomeness.
Yeah, we need to see Handsome Johnson.
Don't need to see that part. He's a hunk. He called himself a hunk.
Well, that's the thing. Usually,
he looks like every Jersey Shore guy.
Well, you can't usually call yourself a hunk. That has to be bestowed on you. But if he's right, this really does change who I think the piece of shit is.
All right. Well, Bobby's going to show you. And he's not ugly, man. He's
handsome.
He's a handsome. He looks like every young Italian. There he is.
Can you blow that up?
You're so
calm down.
Well,
can you make that harder? I mean, larger.
Yeah. Now make it wet.
It already is. I think he's got olive oil on him. That's how Italian he is.
Oh God, what's the tattoo? What's the tattoo on his arm? It's my nonny.
Yeah.
I think it's some kind of demon.
Oh my God. I don't know, Pat. I'm starting to think you might be the piece of shit for doubting him.
I'm not doubting anybody. I just read the news. That's the news. I read the news.
What's his name? Donatelli?
Marco Donatelli. If you were going to make up a fake name of a guy in a mob movie, you would just make that up.
Jesus. Why don't they just name him like Luigi McWop? That's the most Italian
That's his
thing.
brother. How dare you? Bobby,
Wow.
who's the piece of shit since Dave's just too flustered?
Other than Dave with his neediness?
Yeah.
I'll
Make
tell
it
you.
bigger. Make it wetter.
I'll tell you who the piece
Pardon
of
me
shit
for wanting
is.
to be informed.
Whatever Guido's makes you stronger.
Ooh, brother. You may be a Puerto Rican John Cena, but you're a piece of shit in this story. That's all I have.
Who's the Puerto Rican John Cena?
That's what he looks like to me, a Puerto Rican John
He's
Cena.
Italian.
Yeah, Italian, whatever.
So that guy, Marco, is the piece of shit?
Italians are basically the Puerto Ricans of Europe.
It's a good take.
I knew you weren't going to
Tell us
fight me
more.
on it.
No, tell us more.
No. The Moors, they did so much fucking.
Man, you guys are really bringing a
Yeah,
lot to
they
this
did.
show.
That Hitler and Frank Riff?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I didn't want. Besides Harry Chapin, all the things I don't want.
Pat, are you forgetting the Harry Chapin? Like that was tight dialogue for like
No
4
one can
minutes
forget Harry
straight.
Chapin. Who do you think the piece of
Bobby,
shit
our
is?
podcast could be Chapin at the bit.
I hate you.
Pat, who do you think the piece of shit is? Because
Both of you.
I'll be honest, of anyone on this podcast, you're the only one who could kind of relate.
Because I've been a woman who wanted a hunky Italian man.
No, I just thought you were so good looking. Actually, if you want to know my opinion, this is feminism. This is equality. Now, if in order for it to play out, he should have to marry a fat rich chick.
He didn't say they had to be attractive. He just said
He
that
said
brunette, they had to bring something to the table and they had to work hard and be organized.
They had to be organized. Like tits got to be next to each other. Not any other configuration. No disarray there.
You
Sounds
know what
like
he was
this dude
explaining, right?
is just being a chick.
He was 100%. No, he was 100% being an Italian man who wants to date his mom.
Oh.
His mom's brunette. He wants someone organized, someone that brings on the table, so that someone can support his career of posing with his friend. That's what he's doing. He's just posing with his friend.
That is the best part of the article. I took his picture. He took my picture.
Yeah,
We were
that was
like,
out of nowhere.
we should
That's
do
how did it
pictures.
start? I was handsome. He was handsome. Then we got handsome views on Handsomegram.
Yo, bro, we're pretty handsome in real life, but how do we make this, like, on the internet?
It's almost like God had a filter, and it's us. Just a bunch of handsome men. Ugh.
You know who
Alright.
started that whole stereotype, don't you?
What,
That Italians
handsome?
want to fuck their mother?
Oh, I wasn't saying they wanted to fuck him. I thought they wanted to marry him.
Oedipus.
Yeah. And was
Yeah.
William Shakespeare.
Yeah, he was Roman, right? Or was he
You're
Greek?
an Oedipus.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Greek is like it's Italian enough. They keep
Oh,
trying to say like, it's Greek, but it's you're Italian.
Sorry, go ahead, Pat.
I'll do one more story, then I want to get away from you both.
I'm sorry.
Um,
I didn't mean to let you down.
No, if you were never up, you can't let me down. Accused sex groomer Andy Rosafort seen at her Connecticut home. Do you guys know the story of Andy Rosafort?
No.
No.
You will enjoy this because Dave and Bobby both, this goes into my wheelhouse of things I like to say on stage. A married Connecticut lunch lady accused of grooming a 14-year-old boy before sexually assaulting him in her SUV was tight-lipped and dismissive Thursday about the disturbing accusations. Andy Rosafort, 31, was seen outside her new Fairfield home lugging a Walmart plastic shopping bag topped with a box of Peeps and clutching her phone and a pack of Marlboro cigarettes as she climbed out of an SUV.
Everything about
Marco
this is
needs
awesome.
to meet a woman like this.
It's a bitch with a plan.
She refused to answer questions about the reported inappropriate relationship with a student at New Fairfield High School. Wearing white sneakers, blue jeans, and a green sweatshirt,
With
Rosa
Velcro.
Ford only flashed a little grin when asked to comment on her situation. The school district filed a report against Rosa Ford after the father of one of the victim's friends told administrators the boy was sexually assaulted at a party January 13th. Now, you know when you're partying with a lunch lady. It's a good fucking party. According to the police affidavit, a student at the affidavit Hintz
Was the lunch ladies party buffet style?
Yes. It was Tots for Tots. Was the name of the party. According to the police affidavit, a student at the high school claimed Rosa Fort was always talking to freshman boys on social media and allegedly approached the victim via Instagram and Snapchat. The victim told police he got a message from her on social media saying, "You want to see something?" before Rosa Fort sent a nude photograph of herself to him. When the victim asked if she sent it by mistake, he said she responded by sending a second nude picture of herself, according to the affidavit. The boy added that she then asked for a naked picture of him, with Rosa Fort allegedly sending multiple naked photographs and videos of herself.
Mommy whale. Look, a whale.
Rosa Fort would also attend the victim's sporting events and send him videos of his plays, according to the affidavit. On the night of January 13th, police said Rosa Fort picked up the victim from a party at a friend's home and had contact of a sexual nature with the minor. Police said they used photo locations to confirm the victim and Rosa Fort were in the same place at the same time of the alleged assault. A friend of the victim said he appeared uncomfortable after he returned and that they were helping block Rosa Fort on social media. Imagine that you just can't get away from your lunch lady.
Tommy, why you sad?
Why do you bring lunch now? Shut up.
I'm dating my lunch lady. Every day's Taco Tuesday.
It's weird. She smelled like Lunchables. I like Lunchables.
I meant vagina.
Salami.
I got you, Dave. I was trying, it is a minor, so I'm trying to go a little bit skewing. Different than Taco Tuesday. Through their investigation, police said they found explicit content in the teen's phone of a woman they identify as Rosa Fort, as well as a shirtless picture of the victim in the lunch lady's phone. I just like that they keep calling her the lunch lady. Rosa Fort turned herself in February 20th after police put out a warrant for her arrest. She faces 3 felony charges, including second-degree sexual assault, enticing a minor by computer to engage in sexual activity, and risk of injury to a minor or impairing morals of children.
That means
She was
she's
a real-
fat.
Yeah,
No,
I was gonna,
not fat. She was
Do you have a
released on a
picture?
$100,000 bond and will next appear in court March 23rd. Now I mean, for a lunch lady, she's not terrible.
well, I looked her up, and there's one picture, but she also came up. They said this is Rosa Fort, but she also came up in an article about a Canadian woman who did the same thing. So I don't know what to believe.
Well, I'll send Bobby a picture again.
I am
She's not
anxiously
shirtless or doesn't
awaiting.
have a cool tattoo.
Yeah.
What?
I'm waiting for you, buddy.
I got you with the Rosa Fort. Now it's in my phone. Now I open it up and all I see is that handsome Marco. God damn it. I sent you a better.
Oh,
I can't wait till I'm in the news sometime. Bobby's like, this older man just kept sending me photos.
can we get this? If it's the woman I'm looking up here, if it's actually her,
Well,
we should
he's
get
gonna
her
show
to.
you. Look at the screen.
Yeah, okay. We should get her together with Sexy Men from the other article.
I don't think she's gonna have a job or be organized anymore.
Well, lunch
And
ladies
Pat
are
made that
organized.
joke
No,
when
they're
he
not.
first explained the situation.
What'd you say?
You also already made that joke, Pat.
I know. Dave doesn't
Oh.
listen to anyone.
I listen though, buddy. Remember that.
Thanks, bud. I appreciate you. If you ever wanted to take hot photos, I'd take them with you.
Oh, well, unfortunately, only you would be hot.
No, we would both work it because our charisma would shine through. You know what? Her best picture is her mugshot, weirdly enough. Let me find that one. That's a go. So, but for a lunch lady, that's not bad.
No, I wouldn't mind seeing that every day.
But I wouldn't want her to aggressively. 13 is crazy. Now, you should never hit on minors. But if she was hitting on a 17-year-old boy who was under 18, and I just kind of get it. She's at school all the time, and she's like a weird old lady. I don't think it's awful and wrong. But what are you doing with a 13-year-old boy? You're a 31-year-old lunch lady.
Oh, they're inverse. That makes sense. That's the math.
She doesn't. If she knew math, she wouldn't be a lunch lady.
31 over 13. That's
She's
reciprocal.
like inverse. Isn't that the Spider-Man movies? Into the inverse.
So he is special needs, right? Or did I misunderstand?
No, he's
that?
regular.
Oh my
needs.
God.
Oh, okay. Because that's where all my jokes were about. That's why I was doing everything with a retarded voice.
No, he's
You were?
Exactly.
He plays sports, and she would take pictures. He goes to parties. They don't do either of those.
What sport?
He said play. I think it's football.
Yeah, I think she'd be a good match for that handsome guy from the last article.
Now we get to her mugshot. It's pretty good. If she put this on a Tinder profile, she might do all right.
Is it just a headshot of her like straight onto the camera wearing black?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a picture I got. She's I did not see that ass coming based on the photo of just her
That's
head.
all tots though.
Oh yeah, that she's into on every level.
That's not good ass. That's just because you see the ass to legs ratio is just like genes are moving things around like in a construction worker scenario. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of flags and cones holding shit going on.
Got like squeezing a tube of toothpaste situation.
Yeah, the
Gotcha.
bottom part's all squinched up with some Aquafresh.
Ugh.
Yeah, but that's not a bad photo of that lady. I know Dave's gonna need to zoom in because he's creepy.
Now, can I get a side by side her and handsome guy?
Nope.
I've got three pictures. My
top
top three pictures on my phone right now are two of this woman and one of a shirtless man. But yeah, I guess okay, so Bobby, who is a piece of shit? Is it this woman, who's obviously a piece of shit? Is it the boy for being all scared of woman love? It's wrong for her to do it to him, but shouldn't he be like, yeah, I got women love, and I can say I banged a lunch lady? That's crazy. Is it his friends for being like, no, block her? Because when I was growing up, people would have called me gay for not banging the lunch lady when I was a child.
Yeah.
Now, I like his friends better. I'm happy he has support and the world's gotten good, but that's not the way you're supposed to be in high school. What's going on there? Is it the paparazzi going to her house, taking pictures of her pulling her Walmart bag out and just loving her grin? But I can't get mad at the author. This is news. This is fucked up.
I don't know.
Piece of shit.
The kid. Very
got
rarely
the
in
boy?
life does manna from heaven get directly handed to you. Okay, is she a 10? No, but she's the best you're going to do at 13 years old.
Dude, when you were 13, a 31-year-old sounds like an 83-year-old. That's disgusting. That's so old when you're 13.
You know what else was disgusting?
She's the
learning
lunch
about
lady.
sex through the internet. Like Googling, where is the clitoris, instead of having an adult teach you.
No, dude. The lunch lady is the lowest form.
Yeah, it is. But you know what she is? A practice girl who used to be in the league. Okay? She's the best you're going to get at 13.
You're not thinking about you're thinking like a 16 or 17 or 13. You're not thinking like that.
I'm
Bobby,
telling you, I remember being 13. I was thinking like that.
Yeah.
You were horny then?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Incredibly so. My
Is Dave
driving
agreeing
force
that
in
you
life.
were horny, or is Dave saying he was horny too?
He was.
Yeah,
he
both.
knows how horny I was. That's how I took his ass.
Bobby, I think you're right. I think the
Aping
internet
people
has
are
ruined-
creeps.
I think the internet has ruined the younger generation because they have so much porn that, like, when pussy is literally throwing themselves at it, they're like, ew, get away. You're not. You're
You're
gross.
both just a bunch of Chapin Toms.
Do you know how much? That's great, by the way. Do you know how much I wish I had this in life? So the situations wouldn't happen. Be like, you're driving somebody home, and they're like, "Hey, you want to come in for a drink?" And I'm like, "No, I got to drive home." They're like, "Well, we can watch Netflix," and I'm like, "I have Netflix at home."
Yeah.
And just completely miss the signals. I wish I had a 31-year-old being like, "No, when a woman says this is what it means."
Oh my God. So when I was 16 years old, I got hired by this woman to mow her lawn. And
You know what
I
I
was
mean?
so no, literally, yes, exactly what you mean. I was so fucking stupid that I didn't get any of the signals. And the second time I've been coming for weeks, and finally she's like, "Yeah, I need your help in this room." And she led me into a bedroom, and there was a condom on the floor, and she just stared at me. And I was like, Well, what do you want me to do?
You dropped your condom, ma'am.
Dude, exactly. I waited for her to leave, and I picked up the condom and put it in my pocket like, ooh, this might come in handy someday. And that was the last time she ever hired me for anything. I was too fucking stupid to know what the signals were.
Imagine you were at 13, you had a Mrs. Me Get You Off to teach you all the ways of an older woman seducing you.
Exactly.
You guys are gross. You guys are gross.
I don't even get points for Mrs. Me Get You Off.
No, you Mr. do Miyagi. Get points, and you do. God has mercy on your soul. You did well.
Nice.
But 30, it's a 31-year-old. It's a fucking lunch lady, dude. Like, you have to think when you were in school, it doesn't even matter what they look like. You're now older, so you can look at someone and say, oh, they're this, they're that. At 13, that's just an old lady with a shit job who hands you hot dogs and pizza. That's the worst person. You don't want to see her. You don't want her aggressive. You don't want her aggressively nude in your phone, dude. That's nightmares.
Dude, I don't think she's you recognize it's a shit job. You see this woman who keeps giving you food.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Did you hear where I said it was, Dave?
At the school?
New Fairfield, Connecticut.
Oh, they probably know the difference.
Yeah. First of all, she has an SUV and a house.
Yeah, how is that?
Lady.
I was wondering about that myself.
Even hotter. You're like, yo, this trash chick wants this nice rich cock.
Oh, she's the piece of shit because she was trying to honey trap him into having a baby, and she's like, now you owe me.
She's a pedophile, bro.
Now you owe me my money for child support.
Pat, I can tell you for a fact that people know the difference.
Needs to go to jail.
I mean, I don't disagree with you there.
Yeah, we're good as long as we're agreeing.
But I can tell you for a fact that, like, kids that age know the difference. And I can tell you because we would go into Mrs. Weimer's science class every day and hit on her like it was a fucking dating game. Hey, what up, Ma? How you doing this weekend? Did it hurt when you fell, Miss Weimer?
You talked like that to your teacher?
Yeah, she liked it.
She didn't like it.
Yeah, tell that to Mo McCutcheon.
Twerps.
Man, we only
adult wants to fuck a kid.
Tell that to Mrs. Weimer and Mo McCutcheon.
They shouldn't.
Wait.
If I can say one thing, and I know I'm going to come off controversial since the two of you are all about Florida rules, whatever. Don't bang kids. Don't
if you're a dude.
Don't send them messages. They're kids. Get an adult.
No, I agree with you, Pat. If you're a dude, don't bang kids.
No. Nobody.
Oh, you're right.
Kids don't bang kids.
If you're a dude or not a hot chick.
Everybody wait till you're 18. It'll be better if you do. The more you
For whom?
Everybody. Society.
Not for the girl.
That's not a girl. It's a 31-year-old fucking lunch lady.
No, I'm saying if you wait until you're 18,
throwing her
she's
sloppy
18.
tits in a picture. You knew that wasn't a good time.
Neither
and
of you know
also
what you're doing.
She probably went way too deep. I'm guessing the photos were like you saw her kidneys. That lady's gross.
Yeah, no, you're talking about her. I'm talking about if you waited and you don't hook up with your teacher, and you're 18, she's 18. Neither of you have any clue what you're doing.
If
now
your
you're crying
18,
in a hotel
18,
in Sandusky, Ohio. You're like, we'll try again tomorrow. Then she does a bunch of research because she thinks your penis is too small, and that's the problem. Then you realize you just had too small of a condom. Like, you don't want that. Get that out of your way.
No. The piece of shit is this woman, obviously. This child he's not going to ever want to date again. This is crazily scarring.
You're right.
Every teacher who talks to him, any teacher goes, oh, I'll send you the homework. He's like, no. He'll never eat lunch. He's probably going to become anorexic now because he's not going to be able to go eat. He's going to be made fun of by his friends because he didn't bang the lunch lady because he's a good kid who didn't want to deal with this. Google Maps found him in a car with the lunch lady. That's insane.
There's no way he wasn't cutting to the front of the line every day in lunch.
He didn't want it. She was doing that. I don't think she was the head of lunch.
You're right, Pat. That was so traumatic as compared to a girl looking up to you on the verge of tears like, maybe we can try anal because she finally convinced herself to cross that line and now it's not working.
When did that happen?
I'm just hypothetically.
What is this story you're telling?
Sometimes I just make stuff up for the sake of the podcast.
No, that seems real.
That was real specific.
Who offered you anal to make it better?
No one. This was just like, that's the alternative to him not getting sex from a 31-year-old.
What lunch woman did that to you?
No, I wish it was a lunch woman.
Oh, man.
It looks like one now.
I thought she wasn't real.
Son of a bitch. I slipped.
That's what you said when you went into her butt.
No, I said no. That's an exit for both
Would
of us.
anal make things better?
Yes.
I think,
Always.
I think she just wanted something to happen that night in this hypothetical situation.
So wait, you were playing hard to get?
No.
He was playing soft to get.
Exactly. Dave knows the problem. Erectile
too much
dysfunction.
Chapin on the mind.
Hey guys, this is where we like to tell you the podcast is brought to you by Blue Chew. Now, Blue Chew.
Is it?
No, that'd be awesome.
I was going to say, good for you guys. That'd be
It's
awesome.
brought to you by Blue Jew. If you're a sad Jewish woman and you want some love, give me a call. Blue Jew. I'm so good at what I do. Anyway,
Or if you're a Jewish woman who
piece of
wants
shit
to
is
do
pedophiles.
degrading
Go ahead, buddy.
shit
Sorry.
to get through my Catholic guilt and finally get my dick hard, let me know.
oh man, I don't want to talk about your dick.
Just making jokes.
And
buddy.
if you're a Jewish woman that really wants to piss off your parents, I'm available. More like frighten your parents.
Well, first of all, you're so old that their parents are probably dead.
And his people did it.
Just walk in the door. Hey, you guys are here. That's great. You made it.
Have your
you're
people
welcome.
call my people. Call them what? Call them. I got a couple terms for you. This guy I'm dating, he's been on podcasts and stuff. I think he's a star of David something. You are the star. That should be your new show, The Star of David. It's all about you, just talking about being a star.
That would be great. It started when I noticed how incredibly handsome I am, so I had a friend of mine take some pictures of me shirtless, and I was like, "You're handsome too, bud. Why don't we take?"
We do a
some pictures of
documentary.
you?"
I'm like, I've been his friend for a long time, and I'm good at taking pictures. And I was just like, these angles are crazy, bro. You know what I mean?
Where do I think Dave got his confidence? Well, when he was 13, the lunch lady.
Okay, so I served a couple grilled cheeses in the slide. It wasn't a big deal. He was
Did
a
I
young
turn
boy.
David
He
from
was
boy
supple.
to man and then man
The
to
chili
star?
was good.
Did I turn Dave from boy to man and then man to star of David? Who knows?
Well, we did it. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, but it's been done.
So
It
just
definitely happened.
before
Dave, tell him
we
where you aren't.
before we plug real quick, Pat. My bad. That was great.
Sorry. No, we both did on each other. I'm sorry.
No. Before we plug real quick, when you first told the story, you said it was something you like to talk about on stage a lot. And I didn't realize that what you meant. I thought you meant retarded. So that's why, like, in my head, I thought
know.
it was a special kid. But hang on.
And I like that you were doing it, so I didn't say anything else because I like that you went one way. Dave knows that I do call almost everyone a lunch lady at one point during an act.
that is
During
very
my album,
funny.
I didn't.
But you have to
Oh, I did.
understand.
On Friday night, I did.
Then I'm envisioning the kid on the stand, like being cross-examined. Oh, you didn't like it? No, I like it. It made me feel good. And she's like, and Billy said he could keep a secret, didn't you, Billy? And he's like, I'm sorry. I'd love to be that lawyer.
So do I still get 2 desserts?
Your Honor, that dick ain't retarded.
Yeah, you're right. I should have not gone to Dave's plugs.
Dave, what do you
There's
got?
one part, Your Honor. There's one part of his body that doesn't have downs.
It was up, if you know me.
His penis.
I wish I didn't know either one of you. Dave, tell him where you are. Or what, how to follow you or anything.
You can find me at Dave Hintz Comedy on across all social media platforms that I know of. The ones I don't are a lot. So do your best. Good luck to you.
Grindr, Bumble, all the hot ones.
Going to be doing some comedy undisclosed location on March 21st. And then at Retro Pub and Grill in Derby.
In Derby.
In Derby. on March 25th. It's going to be a fun time. Grub and Pub. Pub and Grub or whatever. Rub and what?
It'll be Dave Hintz, Paul Tarot, and a slew of other funny folk. Dave will be hosting it as I'll be at an Elvis show or something. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Whatever. But and go check out Dave there. Yeah, we're doing a show in Westport on the 21st as well. Bobby.
When is this coming out?
I'm going to put it up tonight.
Okay, ASAP. Get your tickets to Scotty's Comedy Cove for March 11th and 12th. Is that right? Friday and Saturday?
The 12th is Sunday.
Okay, so 10th and 11th. ASAP. Get your tickets. Me and Gino. Probably there right now as you're listening to this. Come check us out. We need to sell tickets. Then, the 24th, the Eichelberg Theater in Pennsylvania, opening for Earl David Reed. It's a big deal. It's a big honor for me, so come check it out.
Nice. Oh, I saw the picture of you and
very nice.
Gino doing the Scotties thing.
Thanks.
Is that a fun place?
It's a very fun place.
Is it worth bothering them?
We can talk after the pod.
I just don't know if it's going to be worth the money. Anyway, I don't care. But we do that on the pod. I don't. No one. It's not like Scotty scouts are watching. They tuned out the Chapin shit.
No, I know their scout, and he's a big Chapin fan.
Then he tuned out for the pedophile. You're like one or the other, you know?
That is true. No Harry Chapin fan is a pedophile.
Yes. But every pedophile is a Harry Chapin fan.
Nope, that's not how that works. You're about as good as math as the lunch lady.
But we're not talking about butts. Yeah, follow us on YouTube. Go on there to POS Podcast, subscribe to there. I'd like to get to 1,000. That'd be dope. Also, get on the Patreon for those $3 a month. You support the podcast. We enjoy doing this. We like to bring you more things, but it does help when you support. So supporting us is awesome. We appreciate you. What do I got? So this is coming out Friday. I am in so that's the 10th. I'm in Stamford, Connecticut, headlining a show at the Town Parlor. On Saturday, I'm at Retro and Derby. Sunday, you can hear me from 3 to 7 on WPLR. The 16th, I'm at Comics at Mohegan Sun. The 17th, I'm in North Haven doing a St. Patrick's Day show for the Hole in the Wall Gang Biker Club. And then if I don't die after that, I have a bunch of other things at the end of the month as well. And I think like next week we'll be announcing something pretty cool that's coming out pretty soon as well. So Dave, thank you so much for coming back from Texas and riding bulls and judging women and doing the things you do the best. And Bobby,
if you can't join them, beat them, and don't be a piece of shit.
Fuck Harry Chapin.
Recording stopped.
That was dirty.